Okay. Oh, put that threads.
I keep forgetting to use it.
What, threads?
Yeah.
You know what would be helpful if Threads had a let you use it on the website, like on your computer too.
Yeah.
I haven't downloaded Threads. I've kind of been holding out until it can be downloaded over in the EU. But due to privacy law issues at the moment, it cannot be, and so I figured maybe I'll wait.
Why specifically you're waiting on the for the EU side?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm wondering like what.
There's
like,
a lot of privacy law things that they are not adhering by, and I would just rather not take the chance, you know?
It's kind of weird that they wouldn't do it for that, but they do it for Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, they haven't set it up like they did with Facebook and Instagram yet. Like they went live too early, which is fine. Like, do you? But I just don't want to compromise any of my data. You never know. Opie making mouth noises. Hold on, I gotta tell Adam to stop being loud.
Did you see how much tickets to TwitchCon cost?
No,
super expensive.
What? I got a 20%
oh my
off
God.
ticket.
That's not
Probably
gonna
doesn't
help.
help.
Dude, okay, so the ticket costs $249. The regular ticket costs $249. If you now the concert is a completely separate cost.
Stop.
So if you want to do the concert and the event, it's $249 plus $100. So it's $349.
Who's playing the concert this year?
They haven't announced it.
Yeah.
What the heck?
They're ridiculous.
And that's for all 3 days, I'm assuming, is the $249?
Yeah.
Is it three? Is TwitchCon 3 days? I thought it was
It was
two.
$250
3
before.
days. It was
When we
200.
went.
It was 200, I think.
Oh,
But it was
because I
for
remember someone donated
but it was for
$250 so I could go.
That
Yeah,
might
but it
have
was
been
for
with the
everything,
thing.
though.
That was for everything, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? It was that was including the concert, but now they're saying
Yes.
the concert's a separate cost like that. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of BS, man.
Yeah, it is kind of wild. All right.
I mean,
all right.
I guess the good news is that like y'all are local, so y'all don't have to pay for flight, travel, hotel, any of that stuff. But still, it's an arm and a leg.
Yes, very convenient. Very convenient indeed.
I'm glad it's in Vegas, though. I am super glad it's in Vegas rather than San Diego.
Yeah, same.
Still not going, but I still think it's a good.
Is
It's a
Carmen San Diego?
Mhm.
I'm getting the bombastic side eye from somebody.
My daughter says that.
I know. When
Bombastic
she's
side eye. Oh, yeah.
bombastic side eye. When she said it to me, I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you actually know what that means?" Because my dad doesn't. I was like, "Yes," and I'll explain it to him.
That's funny.
Yeah. I was like, what are you saying to me?
Just talking trash. That's what.
Basically, yeah.
I'm assuming all the littles are out of town. All the latest.
Yeah,
so
I am still solo dolo until next week.
Oh, they're still out of town. Holy crap!
Yeah, they're gone for like 2 weeks, dude.
Wow, I know that. I thought they came back. That's okay. So that's understandable then.
Liking the fresh look, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Dude, oh, did you I was wondering, you got rebraided?
He's got a mohawk now.
Exactly. I said I look like a brontosaurus.
Did she give you the option for that, or did they?
So I got a new, like, the woman that was my stylist is no longer there.
Oh no.
I know. So like I got a new woman, and I don't know like all the terminology and stuff like that. Like I didn't mind her. Like I felt like she was a little faster. I was still in the chair for 3.5 hours though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. 3 hours? That's not bad at all.
Yeah, and that's a detox, a wash, a dried, twisted, all that stuff. So
how much does it usually cost for something like that?
With tip, it ended up being $250.
Okay.
I think it's like $175 total for the service.
Dang, dude.
Nice. So she offered to put it that way, and you were like, yeah.
Well, she said, do you want 2 strands, P-lot, or 3? And I was like, dude, I don't know what you're saying to me.
Yeah.
Did you just ask her to explain what she was talking about?
I didn't at that point, dude. You know, cause
so now you know. Now you know what 2 is.
Yeah. Well, and the reason it's like this is because the locks on my top of my head are shorter than everywhere else, because those are the ones that have been ripped out and stuff like that.
Ripped out?
Yeah, no. Well, just like for me sleeping and stuff like that. Yeah.
Every day living.
You gotta wear your hair in a doodle boot.
I know. I don't like having my head in a thing though at night. And then all this comes off.
Why don't you wear the Rastafarian hat or something?
I'm not gonna do that. Why would I do that?
Like sway in the morning. That would be.
Nah, dude. That is a hat. I'm not gonna wear a hat to bed. What is this dude saying to me?
I don't know.
I just explained how I don't like wearing a freaking do-rag. Does he say, well, why don't you just wear a Rastafarian hat? That makes sense.
There's a difference. That's a do-rag. A rag is just a slight thin one, and a hat is a full,
dude.
A full-fledged hat.
Nah, dude. I'd be sweating like crazy, man.
What about a bonnet?
What's up, a bonnet's perfect. Yeah.
Why not a bonnet? Like a lock bonnet. And they're longer and like your locks fit, and then you.
Yeah.
And
I did have one at one point in time, and
is that too much? Too much to work with, though?
No, I just end up losing him, or this doesn't sound crunchy to you guys?
Oh.
No, we can't hear you.
Oh.
Nah.
My, gosh, come on, man.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Yeah. I think it just took a weird hit. It sounds all crunchy, though.
Ermagerd, I have my graph ready
now
for today. We're getting there.
Bro, give me some water.
With the mess around and find out, you know?
Yeah.
It's another episode of Mess Around and Find Out with Lex.
And we're doing
in the first couple minutes on YouTube.
The ODub, that league and issues that they're running into. Oh yeah. And then of course Spooderman too.
Spooderman does whatever a Spooder can. Does he shoot? Whips out his butt. I don't know. That seems kind of sus. Watch out.
I'm gonna grab a coffee real quick.
Oh, everyone's leaving me. Fine, bye.
Hold it down. Somebody having technical problems? You don't say. I know. I just re-downloaded this too. I have an update, and I didn't want to update before the podcast.
Before the podcast, yeah. Because sometimes the updates aren't good for the first couple of days. Well, if the camera was on, I would show you guys baby cat. She's being adorable. She's in her little bed. She's in Opie's bed, which is huge compared to baby cat. Does anyone else have a cat that looks like they're just in a cat suit that's too big for them? Because that's what my cat looks like all the time. She's all this extra skin. And when she like stands up on her back legs to like bat at something, it's like, whose onesie are you wearing? Because that doesn't fit you. I just love her. She's so cute. I just want to squish her. I need another cat. I'm gonna end up killing this one because it's so cute. What happened to your cat? Well, I squished its guts out because I just wanted to squeeze it. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. Or maybe... No, I wouldn't. I do squish her at night when she lays on me, though. I give her a little squish and she like... Dude, I have the worst cute aggression. Cute aggression! Well, and it doesn't help that we went on vacation and now she's obsessed with me. And so every time I go into our master bath, she runs in like, and lays on the little rug in there, and she'll look back and meow at me and lift her shoulders like, come give me a shoulder rub. And I give her the fluff and tough, and I do like ninja chops on the side of her, but like to fluff her, and she goes and it makes me so happy. I just want to pick her up by her tail and swing her around, you know? Yeah. See, okay, I stepped on her the other day because I didn't know she was underneath me. I don't have peripheral vision. We all know this. I'm a robot. And I felt so bad. She screamed. Normally she doesn't, and so I knew I got her good. But she's so little. My whole hand, I'm 5 feet. I've got little hands. My whole hand can cover her entire head and neck. She's so little. Oh, she runs when I turn the water on, but she comes back after I get out. And she's like, I'm going to rub on these legs, girl. Get my scent all over them. I'm like, okay. And she licks my toes. It's weird. I let her.
What the hell?
Talking about cats.
My cat. Oh my God.
I'm obsessed with her. I'm obsessed. And she's obsessed with me now, which makes me so happy. But I have cute aggression.
You're the
Jitsi.
old one or the old one?
No, Herman's Adam's cat for sure. He's a business cat. He lays on Adam's desk in his bed, and we need to get him a little tie and a collar. I don't know if he'll wear it though.
I don't think he has a choice.
He doesn't have. He's never had a collar on. My dad kind of coaxed him in from the outside, and then
outside cat, or he was
an
outside cat.
He never let him back out. Which he got out one time and then came back later that day with a broken tail. And then a week later, my dad calls me, you'll never guess what happened. I'm like, okay. He goes, I came downstairs and the end of Herman's tail is just laying on the floor. And he kept it. Can't find it now, but.
Ooh, what is that?
I don't know. Smitty, what you got, boy?
I won at a raffle.
You won that in the raffle? Oh, wow. Oh, is that the one? Is that how he got his like he amputated the tail and then he kept the tail? Did he keep
the tail fell off. So if a cat breaks their tail, it'll either fall off or you have to get it amputated.
Wow.
Wait, show again? I want to see what that is.
It looks like a glass dragon.
It is with brandy in it.
Oh, it's brandy? What?
Yes. Hold on.
What flavor brandy? I like me some.
I don't even know.
Brandy.
That's funny because like I don't know that I've ever even had brandy. You see?
That looks. Yeah, that's freaking awesome looking.
Dude, I just like that display. I was like, that is sick.
Well, next New Year's, I'll bring over my blueberry brandy and we'll take a shot for the new year.
There we go.
It doesn't grow back. Tails don't grow back.
No, it doesn't. But the fur grew on the end of it so that it doesn't look like it, broke off. But
it's like it adds a stubbiness to it.
Well, yeah, he's got a little stubby tail. It's short, which it's so funny because, the piece that fell off was at least an inch and a half. And so when you see him, it doesn't look like he's missing part of his tail unless you look real close.
How old is he?
Herman, we don't know. And I can't seem to find his vet. So we're guessing 15.
Wow.
But he could be younger, but because of the cancer, it may have just aged him. He's got cancer real bad.
Oh, how long? Wait, how long did your dad have Herman?
I don't know.
Like is he when you're growing? Well, I guess
when I moved out because I moved back and then I lived with my dad for a little bit and then I got my own place because I was supposed to have an apartment when I moved back to town, but my buddy Greg pulled out of the apartment because he ended up getting engaged. So I lived with my dad for a couple years and then I moved out like in 2010 and he kept my cat Bobcat because Bobcat and Ming became real bonded and he didn't want to split them up. And then I want to say maybe within a year is when, because Herman was kind of like the neighborhood kitty. He would come over and say hello to you before you left for work, and he would run up to your car and like greet you when you came home, kind of thing. But that was when like we started getting up to like 120 in the summers, and he was like, I feel bad for this cat, and so probably 2011, and he was already like 1 or 2 at that point.
Okay.
So I don't know. Let's all do the math.
Ooh,
12 to 14. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds okay.
Or maybe
I knew it was an old cat, but I didn't know if it was a very old cat. I mean, I guess he is very old.
Yeah, his teeth aren't too bad. But my dad did brush his teeth, so that might be why. But he's riddled with cancer, and his hips are bad, and so every time I propose that we go on vacation, Adam's like, I can't leave the cat. I'm like, okay. He's not gonna die while we're gone, I promise. He's like, you can't guarantee that. I'm like, you're right. Let's go on vacation. No, he's a good boy. He's the goodest boy. He's a very sweet boy. He doesn't snuggle like a normal cat. He's more dog-like. And when he makes biscuits, it looks like he's doing the moonwalk because his back feet start going too. It's like he's doing the moonwalk in place. It's pretty cute. He still doesn't like the other animals, but we're working on it. At least now he remembers there's a dog in the house and doesn't go after Opie randomly like he used to, which is nice. It was like he had kitty Alzheimer's, and we were having to explain to him every day, like, there's a dog here. It was like he would turn around and be like, there's a dog, and just attack Opie. We're like, yeah, she lives here. And Opie's like, what did I do? I'm just standing here. And Jadzia tries to play with him and lick him, and he's like, absolutely not. He just swats the crap out of her. But she takes it pretty good. He doesn't have claws.
Poor Opie.
Yeah, well, Opie's good. Opie's like, he's old, whatever. It's fine.
Whatever, man.
She's snipped at him once or twice, but he doesn't take the hint. So Opie's like, all right, I give up. Whatever. She gets bopped on the head like once a week. But it was weird because at first, Smitty, it was literally like he had amnesia, and he would see her, greet Adam, and then turn around and be flabbergasted there was a dog standing there. And he would just like, and then like go after her like he was startled. It's like, she didn't move, dude. You did.
That is wild.
And then he would do that with Jadzia too. And then he would kind of like get skittish around us, like, who are you again?
Oh,
and
man.
Yeah, it took a while. I'd say it's been over a year, and like I'd say in the last like 3 months, he's not as skittish, or looks surprised when he sees me, because he knew who I was. I'd go and visit my dad and stuff, but
yeah,
it's kind of like I would walk into his house and he'd be like, who are you? And like kind of run away.
Yeah.
And watch me from around the corner, and he still does that. And then he's like, oh yeah, I live here. Wait, this is a different house. Got it. Okay. On the same page. It was like 50 first dates with a cat.
Yeah.
But
are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Yep. Do the thing.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Davis on CFG Gamecast.
We got Lex, Davis, and myself live.
Yeah, we are here. I love that. I had to work that into the intro.
Yeah, too. Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
The worm.
Y'all don't know that I'm a I can do the worm, but I can only do it backwards.
Okay.
That's my whole life. I can do it backwards.
Yeah.
What?
I could also do the moonwalk, but only in reverse.
No, I can't do the moonwalk.
Yeah, only forward. I can't go backwards.
What happened to your face? I was doing the moonwalk.
Oh, mommy, just moonwalking. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. I can read text that's upside down.
That's a skill that I'm actually starting to. I do diamond paintings, and then sometimes it's easier if they're real big to do them upside down. I'm like, is that an E or a G? Okay, what are we working with here? So now I can kind of be upside down.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think I can see something similar. Reading upside down. It takes a minute for my brain to process, though. Wait a second. Wait a second.
I can figure this out. I know what this is saying. Just give me a moment. I'm right there. I'm almost there.
And
yes,
here we
so
are.
there you go. Yeah, there we go. It says cat. Man, that is freaking hilarious. So somebody man, I just had a brain fart. Never mind. I forgot I was gonna that.
Welcome to the club,
tell you
buddy.
something. I know, right?
Welcome to the show now.
Hey guys, welcome to the CFG Gamecast episode number 183. Hey, I am your host Davis, aka CFG Games, with my two awesome co-hosts, Scott Smitty 2447 and Lex in the second and third seats. And we like this show to be an interactive podcast. So we would love the viewers on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Kick, TikTok. You could definitely just be able to just listen, be a part of the conversation by just typing in whatever you're wanting to type in inside the chat. We love to just discuss it with y'all live on the show. So as always, I'll need to set it up so I don't forget to record, because that has happened multiple times in the past.
Welcome to the podcast. That's our new transition sound. We're working on it. We're tossing ideas around.
I'll do background. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, we might have a treat this week of an ensemble of myself, Lex, and Davis together being able to sing a song. What song should we sing? Welcome
Barbie
to the
girl.
podcast.
That would be pretty funny and pretty weird, pretty interesting to do. I don't even know. Like, I mean, I don't want to do Journey. I hate Journey.
Let me show you guys what I. Oh wait. I'll wait till we get into the show.
Okay, cool.
The show,
I mean,
we could do Under Pressure.
Under Pressure.
Or Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. I see a little silhouette of a mouse.
True.
Yes.
Solid choice.
But again, like I said, we're gonna have a lot of people at this event, though, so that'll be pretty cool. We're gonna have like 12
at the karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
because it's not. I mean, no, it's not like it's not like 40 or 50 people. It's just my friends. It's because I have a private. Oh Jesus! I have a private room. It's a large room, and then right now so far we have 7 people.
Is Wilbo coming?
Yeah, Wilbo's coming.
Wilbo's gonna be in town! Yay!
Yeah, Wilbo's coming, and then and then I have a friend from Germany that's gonna be there, and we're gonna have people from the Final Fantasy Fan Fest group is gonna be there. Yeah, Opie will be there.
Gonna be good.
Silently barking every time he sees me. He barks like these micro.
Probably because you call her him.
Yeah, that's probably why.
She's like,
I don't think
Snagglefoot.
She does know gender. She knows.
I'll be like, yeah, okay. Like, so yeah, every time he just like looks at they're looking at me like this weird look. It's like, oh, this person's sketchy as hell. So I'm like, you know what?
Would you say it's a bombastic side eye?
You know, like he lowers her head down and looks upwards at you, and then she's micro barking at me now, like constantly. I remember that. I was just like, right? It's like, you know, when you're like you're wanting to say something to someone's face, but you're talking under your breath so they don't hear it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of barking that she does every time I'm around her.
We call it talking shit. Yeah, because she definitely does. The way to get her to stop doing that is you just have to be aggressive and like reach out and like pet her head. It gets her to stop.
That's hilarious. You said they're
Be like,
talking
"Oh,
trash.
you know me? Okay, fine." She
It
knows
is so
your voice.
funny.
She sees you on camera every week. Like she knows.
It's
I think
like,
she's just talking shit. I
That's
don't know. You
it
must have
is
said
hilarious.
so
something to
funny.
her.
Yeah, it is
That
so
is
funny. Like,
hilarious.
every time, like just
Shannon, thank you
like,
so
she
much
just
for
goes into
sharing the
crazy
live
shit.
over on TikTok. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun, dude. I was like, you know what? Because I've been burnt out, to be honest with you, this past like couple of months because I've just been working nonstop and I hadn't had any breaks. So I decided,
And your
you know
schedule's
what?
been changing around too.
Yeah, it's been crazy. You know, technically right now I'm working right now.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it is. Like theoretically I was supposed to have today off, but someone wanted to swap with me today so I could have so she'll cover for me when I'm actually in Vegas.
Right.
So I was like, so I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Okay, let's just do it. But it's been like crazy since the beginning of summer. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna take about a week and a half off. I'm gonna stay in Vegas for a week and a half and then just chill, get crunk, and then be dealing with having a good time, you know.
Get down.
Yo, so let me ask, are we going to do an in-person podcast?
I would like to. The thing is, like, next weekend we can't because I'm going to be busy with Final Fantasy Fan Fest. So I'm actually going to be away. I'm trying to get a replacement for me for that weekend. But the week after, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be eliminated in about that time for Evo. Yeah. And are you going? You're going to Evo that day too?
I'll be at Evo throughout the weekend, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go. So we could definitely do it that weekend, and
That'd be cool.
And then we just need to. I guess we just need to take a look at the setup and see if it's possible. Are we able to do it? Like, do we need anything like microphones or anything like that, or do you have enough mics?
Where are you talking about doing it at?
I mean, the only place we could do it would be your place, right? Or do you know any other place?
Unless somebody has a laptop that can stream or something. But
my laptop isn't powerful enough.
Yeah.
Neither is mine.
What about your?
I've got enough mics and stuff to be able to do it from the crib.
Do you have a mixer that can hold 3 mics?
Yes.
Oh, okay, you do. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll see if it's possible. If it's possible, we'll do it. Yeah, but like I just know for a fact on next Saturday, I will not be here because I'll be at the Final Fantasy Fan Fest.
Right.
But yeah, we could definitely we'll talk about it and see if it's possible. That'll
figure it out.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well, let's get this party started and we'll get into it. Yeah. Let me first update this. You know, the last episode I have updated on the script is 135 on on my script.
It's okay. It's okay. I can't believe we're almost at 200. I can't believe we're almost at 200.
It's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
It's wild, dude. I can't believe
funny?
we've gotten.
It's funny.
Long,
I said a long time ago. It's like, we need to be consistent. And then it's like, okay. And I was like, okay, let's see how long this consistency is going to last. And then we're at 183.
Yeah.
Just 3 years.
It's been 3 years. Yeah.
So
I'm so consistent. I missed out on the second day of a bachelorette party.
True enough.
It's not as bad. I remember the beginning though, but we were so sporadic at the beginning. I do remember that because like we were like 1 or 2 episodes, then we were like a month and a half off, and then we came back and do it again. But
when I joined in, it wasn't like that.
Oh so, yeah, dude. You remember with what what's the original crew? You, me, and what's her name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With that whole deal, dude, we were not consistent because of their schedule. Like at all.
Oh like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then Smitty came to me and was like, "This bitch lives at home," and I was like,
"Actually, technically, you were the third.
I was the third.
You were the third person. Yeah, the second person. I mean, we were pretty good on the second thing too, and everything.
Alexis, yeah. She just had, she had other obligations with her team.
Other obligations. Yeah. So
Lex is a busy gal.
Yeah, She's been doing a lot of dancing lately.
Took the F off and got the Lex.
She's been doing a lot of dancing. Right. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, like hip hop dance and stuff.
Oh,
she gets into all kinds of dude. She got into martial arts. Like she's been doing all kinds of things.
I can see her in martial arts. I know she's been driving, like, wanting to learn how to ride a bike. I'm pretty sure that's what she does.
She
now.
knew how to ride a
Mhm.
bike.
No,
Aw.
like a motorcycle.
I mean, a motorcycle.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He said,
Oh, I'm an asshole.
you
Sorry.
poor unfortunate soul.
That was hilarious.
That was my same reaction to one of my friends. They're like, "I'm gonna learn how to swim this summer." I was like, "Aw, that's
You poor
cute."
thing, you dummy.
You know how my
Yeah.
dad taught me? He just tossed me in the deep end.
I'll pray for you. Oh
No,
no.
that is something that was important for our girls to learn. Luckily, Scorp Kitty, she taught people because I'm not the greatest swimmer. I can swim,
Yeah.
but if I were to get got by an environmental thing, it would probably be drowning. I get tired.
Here's a question for you. Would you ever are you cool like swimming in the ocean? Like, do you like going actually in the ocean?
Yes.
And I don't like it. I can't.
hate
I don't
it.
know what's going on down there.
I
There's
hate
no
it
telling
so
what's going
much.
on down there, dude. And like your feet and toes could be. I'm like, nah, dude. Like, I am not a big fan of the ocean. I love the beach, and like I'll play around where I could see, but like when I become very uncomfortable when I can no longer touch the ground, and I don't necessarily like my feet touching slimy things.
I just don't want to be in the ocean because like jellyfish.
Oh, I get
Yeah.
stung by jellyfish all the
Yeah,
time.
I was
Yeah.
out there and I didn't even realize it in the Dominican. My friend and I went out, and all of a sudden we're like, "What are those things floating around?" Like, "Oh hell no, those are jellyfish." I'm like, "I'm out. I'm out."
Yeah. You don't want it. You're like,
Nope.
I've seen
I
this
ain't
movie
going out
before.
like that,
I'm out.
son. Yeah, no, dude. Like, water's the one that I fear the most. I definitely feel like it could get me, and there wouldn't
Oh,
be much I
definitely.
could do about it.
I totally agree. I totally
Almost
agree. Like,
Drowned
I
in
am totally
Florida.
Yeah.
Oh,
That freaks me out.
Nah,
It
it's
freaks
terrible.
me out.
I'm content
High tide.
on two things here. Content on two things. First, never swim in the ocean because I've done that before. I've actually swum in the Dead Sea before. Well, I can't really swim in the Dead Sea. You can only float.
Float,
But
yeah.
I went in the Dead Sea and I was like, I mean, that was fine because there wasn't living organisms there
Right.
inside there. But I will never go in open body water, water ever because of that, or ever go in a communal pool because God knows what's inside there. Like, I mean, like, dude.
I mean, that was like back in the day
pissing.
we went into communal pools.
Back
but,
in the
like,
days, yeah.
Nowadays, like,
Now
wait,
that-
so you wouldn't go to like Wet and Wild?
No, hell no. I would not go to Wet n' Wild.
Let me tell you something too.
Oh, it's my
Their
favorite.
water
I
is
love-
freezing for like absolutely no reason. It's so
Uh-huh.
cold. Like
Yeah.
right now would be the perfect time. We went a little earlier in the season, dude, and I froze my butt off going
Yeah.
to that water. I was like, this is not fun.
Wow.
I think they refrigerate it, honestly.
They
Like,
do
it-
something. There's
Yeah.
something. Yeah, like I don't know how
It's
they kept
so
it so cold
cold.
everywhere too. I thought maybe it was that particular pool. Every
Mhm.
single different one, dude. The water was just absolutely freezing.
Really? Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
See, it's funny
Like
because
the-
neither of you want to go in the ocean, and I'm like, give me a noodle and I'll go body surf. I'm good.
I
I
like-
stuff
yeah.
touches me, I get stung by jellyfish all the time. I'm like, whatever.
Mm-mm. I don't like it
Give me
one
some
bit. What's up, Doc?
tenderizer, I'm good.
Yeah, what up, Donk? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, no,
That's
the
what
ocean
go
is
in the ocean
definitely not my
either.
friend. Yeah, I could definitely.
He
I
just
could
gets
definitely.
sitting under an umbrella. So
Well, the Pacific Ocean is cold as hell anyway, too. Like I don't like cold
Dude.
bodies of water. Like the Atlantic Ocean is pretty nice.
The Atlantic
I
Ocean
like
is
cold.
it's heating. Yeah, the Atlantic Ocean's super hot right now, actually, because
it?
like I think
Ooh.
they're right now. Yeah, they're
Super
saying
heated.
they're saying the one like the water that's on the border of Florida is their average is at 90 something degrees, which is
What?
pretty.
that's like
it's pretty hot.
water. Oh no.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
pretty
even
hot.
take
Crazy.
a shower in 90-degree water.
Oops.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
70
freaking-
degrees, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you hear about all that stuff is going down because of all that. Because like the because of global warming and stuff, you know that like housing insurance is pulling out of the state of Florida. Like
Yeah.
They can do that?
Yeah.
They said no.
yeah,
Nope, not dealing with
I've
it.
never seen. Yeah, I've
You
never
have
seen
to
it. They
thank the
like
government for it, but yeah, I think they can.
apparently it's well it's I guess it's not a necessity, but the problem is that if you want to finance your house with a bank will always want to have insurance to cover unexpected costs or anything like that, but so
Right.
it's gonna be a hard time. It's gonna be hard to resell stuff on it, so it's very interesting. I was like, holy crap.
That isn't.
Okay.
I wonder if it's because they're scared of tidal waves because of how hot.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
getting.
Oh,
It's-
oh yeah. all
the
that
risk
stuff, dude. Like that is
it is
definitely very
risk.
real happening, and they're pulling out now before they have to pay out a bunch of
high
claims.
rises in Florida in the last couple of years that have just collapsed out of nowhere, right?
Which is crazy.
Well,
yeah,
there was
I remember
the
that
condo
one.
that I think 2-3 years ago, I believe.
Yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
7-story condo or something like that.
Yeah, that was crazy. Those older
game over.
infrastructures, man, they're not holding up either.
Nope.
Well, that's a matter of
here.
like. Well, I mean, buildings don't just normally crumble unless you make it taking some shortcuts, and then that's exactly what happened with that one.
Right.
So like,
Very true.
so yeah, it's not just the effects of weathering and stuff. That's just a matter of them cutting edges and then them getting away with it until it was too late. So it was. Oh, sorry, I was gonna say Lex. It's like okay. Anyways, okay, we'll get this started here. Give me 1 second while I set up the timer, which I just started. Okay.
Sir.
All right. Let me make sure I'm also good on that. There we go. Okay, here we go. Welcome to the CFG Gamecast episode number 183, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode every week and release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, and so much more. So show us some love. Give us a follow or like on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, what have you, or go to our main website, confreaksgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
Hello, sir. I had a weird. Oh,
wait.
You didn't record, did you?
I didn't record.
Oh.
Wait.
False start.
So get your timer. Get your timer ready.
Timer ready. Hit record.
The deal.
You'll say that you're.
I said, exactly what exactly what I said.
He said, "Wait."
God, I'm glad I picked that up before we get into it. So at least it's just the introduction. Holy crap!
False start. False start.
Well-oiled machine right here, sir.
That's right. We're professionals. Don't mind us. 3 years.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's get this right. Let's get it going again. The sun was in my eyes. Okay. All right. Welcome to the CFG Gamecast episode number 183, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest streak. Ah, boy. Now I can't even do it. Okay, let me do it again. Jesus. Wow. Okay. I got it. I can do it.
This is the real. This one's for real.
This one's a good one. Welcome to the CFG Gamecast episode number 183, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode every week and release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, and so much more. So show us some love. Give us a like or follow on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or go to our main website, confreaksgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. Yes, first try. I am Davis Green, Mr. CFG Games himself, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
I went to a bachelorette party last night, and I'm slowly dying inside. I had a weird.
Crazy.
Oh man, I walked like 10 miles last night. It was a lot. And our bachelorette party was a wigging out bachelorette party, so we had to wear neon wigs, which is fine. However, it's 115 out. I had to stop and get some ice cream for myself in the casino because I was so hot. And I don't really drink unless there's some vodka around, and I knew I was going to be driving many hours later, so I took some shots with the girls and immediately became sober when they started singing off key for karaoke. I was like, oh no. But I had a weird gaming week. So Demonologist, you have to be able to hear in the game, and it's proximity chat. On top of that, the ghost has to be able to pick up your microphone. And I could hear myself. I could test my mic. It showed that my mic was going. But everyone in the group were like shaking their heads like my mic's not working. My audio settings are right. And so I went through and I looked on the community tab, and sure enough, they're having like a weird issue. So we didn't get to play any Demonologist. I didn't play Tartarus Key this week like I wanted to. I had to take a couple days off. But we did play Uno. We had a savage DBD/Uno night. And
I wanted
it
to be
was
a part of that.
oh, I love playing Uno. It's so much fun.
I never played the Uno version, the Ubisoft Uno, but I wanted to play Dead by Daylight. Yeah, is it fun? Okay, how many people can play it? Is it just 4 play? Is
It's
it just 4
4
people?
players. Yeah. So I mean, in real life, you could play with more people. You would just need to add decks. So for every 4 players, you have to have a deck. And I'm looking for Phase 10 to be on like Steam for me to be able to play, but it's on a free card game website, and honestly, I don't trust that. So how rude. I would love to play Phase 10, but so we played some Uno because that was kind of a collective game we all had. And we got down on some trash talking and playing Uno. Blue got real quiet after he lost for many, many, many rounds. He got real quiet. We're like, "Are you okay? Did you fall asleep?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Oh."
Ooh.
He's that competitive person. He's just like,
he was like, "No, I'm just tired." I was like, "Are you though?" Because the girls have been kicking your butt.
Just tired of losing.
Yeah, exactly. So we played some of that, and then on Thursday we were going to play Devour, but because it's been so hot, we've had a lot of friends elsewhere having like power and internet outages, and you can't really play Devour without 4 people. So we played some Labyrinthine, got down on that for a while, and had an absolute blast.
Man,
so
you just went ham on games this week. Jeez.
I didn't. I only played Tuesday and Thursday, and on Thursday. Drago fell asleep in the middle of the last match we were doing. He and I just on Labyrinthine. And I was like, why is like none of our things are pinging? And finally I go into a safe house because I'm being chased, and he's just sitting there with his head down. I go, Drago, did you fall asleep? And I see his character get roused. He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. We have 1 more life left, and then we're dead. So we can end it here. He's like, okay, good. I'm real tired. I was like, I can tell you took a nap in the middle of our game. But yeah, it was kind of a slow gaming week. I really wanted to get down on some Demonologists, but y'all need to fix your thing. But other than that, yeah, bachelorette party last night. I fell asleep with my braids in still for my wig. My wig is downstairs. She might need to be thrown away after going on the strip all night.
Don't even waste it. Just throw it away. You're good.
Yeah, it's
don't even waste your time on that. Just go and get rid of it. But I'm just, yeah. I mean, I don't like you. I'm not you per se, but I know what you mean. Like when you have something like that, but it's like you're not going to use it again.
I do use that wig quite often, so I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have worn that one. But it needs to be washed anyways, so maybe I'll just give her a nice hot bath later.
Hey Lex.
Yeah.
You know who doesn't need a wig, but instead he's going to be sporting that two-string mohawk that he has going on right now?
His name is
Brontosaurus.
Yeah. The 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the 3rd seat. What's going on, my dude?
Chilling, brother. It has been a fantastic week. Yesterday, actually, there was a big event. Great companies were out there like Activision, Microsoft, the folks over at Minecraft and stuff for this Vegas video game and mental wellness and mental health awareness summit yesterday. So that was fantastic. They did a gala that night as well, which I got to show you guys. I won. I donated to get raffle tickets, and I actually won a raffle, and you got to see, this thing is freaking amazing. This is, I don't know how well you can see it. It's kind of hard to see.
Oh, good night.
A dragon with brandy in it. I love the display. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. But that was one of the prizes. They actually had 2 of them there, and I won the first one. So that was crazy. It was awesome. It was a great time. Again, it was recognizing the folks, Assemblywoman Erica, and what they were able to. They got the first basically esports day recognized in a state in this country, is here in Nevada. And, they're doing great work with education and esports and video games and stuff like that as well. So always great to be able to get out into the communities, see the folks that are going out there and for the education purposes, for being able to see what jobs and careers are in there. So I just love what they're doing as a city and how much Las Vegas is really growing and really embracing video games and esports. It's a great moment. So other than that, gaming wise, I've been playing a ton of Exoprimal. This is the game of 2023 that I didn't know that I needed, and I'm having a blast with it. It's a lot of fun. It is just a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks fun, but at the same time, I've been on the fence about wanting to dish out $60 for that game.
Well, that's it. Well, I was gonna say, if I didn't have Game Pass, there's no way I would have purchased that game. I'm still not sure that it's worth $60, especially because it has a battle pass as well. So they're like extra monetizing. So like that's
battle pass on top of the $60.
Yeah, and it's all purely cosmetics as well. So it's just like, come on, man, like that is pretty grubby of them. But I'm just enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. I'm actually going to be writing a review for it. Somebody had talked to me yesterday about it, and they have a website, and they were talking about how they didn't have anyone on staff that was playing the game. He asked me, he was like, hey, do you want to write a review? I was like, why not? So that'll be fantastic. I've been working on that and just playing the game. Yeah, and the story, dude, surprisingly, I've been enjoying the story. At first I was kind of like, what is this? But like the story's pretty decent right now. I just got to see how it all ends. But yeah, a lot of time has been there, and then kind of working my way through some Final Fantasy 16 and then a little bit of Destiny 2 as well. I've kind of slowed down on Destiny 2.
Really? Because every time when you're playing, every time when I see you playing,
I say mental
play,
health
in the middle of the day. Mental health. Oh my god! I can see that.
Mental health.
Mental health and wellness.
Remember, Smitty's mental healthness. Smitty,
that's cool.
We know he's in a mindscape of hell all the time. Yeah.
I'm glad you got caught. I'm glad you got caught on that one.
Trinetta says review: Dinosaurs and robots. I don't know what else y'all need. That's true. I mean, come on. Like, I didn't even know I needed it. And I was like, this is all right. This works. So
I think you need to make. I think you need to make it. You need to make it into more of this. Is that this? The Exoprimal helps your mental healthness. There you go.
We'll work it all in together. We'll work it all
together. All together. That's all you need.
Is that the game that Dust is playing?
Yes, Exoprimal. I can't play with him though because he bought it on Steam. That's one of my big gripes is that their cross play is not actual cross play. It's cross play matchmaking, but you can't play with your friends if they're on different platforms, which is
I need to add him onto my Xbox Game Pass as a family member so he can download it and play with it.
Actually, it doesn't even matter because they're getting rid of the Game Pass the family plan.
What?
Yeah. Oh, you weren't here last week.
You weren't here. That's what I talked about. Yeah.
On Xbox Game Pass?
Yes. Yeah. So apparently that was just a test. And it's leaving August 15th, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll roll it. I imagine they're going to roll it back out. I think they're going to adjust. We talked about it, them probably adjusting the price and then maybe lowering how many folks you can add. So we'll see. But
you should still do it if you can. I mean,
yeah.
Who's to say, like, you might be grandfathered in or whatever, but see if it works, Yeah, but definitely do it.
Yeah. What about you, though, man? I know you said that you had a super. You've been busy, but what have you been getting down on? I know you finished Final Fantasy 16 as well.
Oh god, Final Fantasy 16. So that story. Did you finish 16 yet?
I haven't finished it yet, dude. Yeah, no, please don't. I'll murder you.
I like that you're very compassionate. Like, yeah, please don't ruin it, or I'll kill you.
I will just end you.
Raise that bar immediately to 11. Yeah, okay. Yeah, dude, like, yeah, finished 16. 16 had, like, 16 story is just, God, it's crack. It's really good. I definitely loved it. Yeah, so I finished 16. I started a new RPG. I'm playing a new one called Ease 9, Monstrum Nox. Just started maybe a day of it, so been so very early on it. But at the same time, though, like, because next week, like, I'm getting geared up for the next 2 weeks, because the next 2 weeks is going to be insane. So I just got confirmation 2 days ago that we got press access to Final Fantasy Fan Fest in Vegas. So I will be going to Vegas this week. I won't be here for the podcast next week, unfortunately. But then the cool thing about going to Vegas is that I'm going to actually talk to Yoshi P. I'm going to have an interview with Yoshi P from Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy 14 creator, producer that brought that game to its amazement now, and the creator of 16. He did create 16, so that one's going to be fun. So it's going to do that Friday night. We're going to be having a fun karaoke night with Smitty, Lex, and my friends as well. It's going to be I don't know what to expect on that, because I know, but it's going to be fun. I know that. And then I've been gearing up for Evo 2023. So I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter 6 as of late, learning how to play one. Like, I realized that I was procrastinating because Final Fantasy 16 took more precedence than Street Fighter.
Understandable
to me. So I'm behind on learning how to play the game and the mechanics. I'm kind of glad I waited, because on Monday they're doing a major change on the controls for Street Fighter. So I'm really glad they're doing that. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you play with modern controls or classic controls?
I think I'm classic.
Okay, so like, you remember forward dashing? You have to press forward to go into that green mode state to dash forward. Well, so like, you know when you could do one attack, then you can cancel that attack by doing the forward dash. No. Okay.
I know what you're talking about, though. I do know what you're talking about, like canceling things. Yeah.
So instead of doing the forward motion, they're going to give you a shortcut by pressing the mediums at the same time. But you have to be in neutral for that to work. So that's going to make Ken even easier to use. So I'm going to be like, so I'm working with Ken, because Ken has always been one of my favorite characters of all time to play, playing it. So I've been learning his bread and butter combos, getting ready for it, see how that's going to be. And then at the same time, while all that's happening, DreamCon is happening too. So we're going to be doing coverage over there as well. So we got 3 different events going in the next 2 weeks that I'm just going to have to be on top of. So even on my vacation, I'm working. so there you go. Yeah. So this is going to be that's going to be really, really fun to do. So, but yeah, so yeah, always busy. Gotta get paid for the most part. So, but anyways, I know y'all don't want to be talking about my holiday plans. So let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic of discussion from the previous week. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry, and we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Kick, on TikTok, to be a part of the conversation. So if there is something that you're wanting to talk about, or something that you wanted to chime in about whatever we're talking about, by all means, we encourage you to type it inside the chat. We want to listen on your views as well, to be a part of, and make this a roundtable discussion with you, the listeners. So we'll get this party started. I will go first. I want to talk about a game that I'm actually hyped for, because I was not really well, I guess I lied. The only game I was hyped for this year was Final Fantasy 16. Did not disappoint. But the other one, there's another game that I've been waiting for that is going that I'm definitely looking forward to playing, and that is Spider-Man 2. So as you know, what's currently happening is that San Diego Comic-Con is happening right now. Probably the most awkward San Diego Comic-Con right now, since there's no actors or writers at this show this year. But Sony did release a story trailer of Spider-Man 2 that just makes me want to play this game even more. Like they actually showed off Venom and stuff, and what even more of the gameplay itself. This looks incredible in my opinion, how this is going to come in. It's a fully one player game, unfortunately, so there's not going to be a thing or a chance to do co-op or anything for it, which is, you know what, I'm fine with that. Play. Yeah, I could play. I just love the storytelling on this and see how this is going to go. And I'm going to definitely look forward to seeing how the whole thing is going to because, like, I mean, the trek of the Miles Morales story was fun. The original Spider-Man story that came out, when did that game come out? Like 2017, 2018, I believe,
something like that. Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Yeah, so like that story was great. So I'm just assuming that this story is just going to be even better. Like we got to see, I guess that's Harry Osborn, I believe, because he was talking to Norman in that one video, in that one piece of the video.
I don't think it is, right? I thought they said that it wasn't Osborn.
Was it? Okay, cool. Because I was like, wow.
That's I don't think it is. I think it's somebody else. I'm not sure who though.
Okay, cool. Well, that's even better then. I mean, like, that's cool. And then they showed off Craven, which is going to be freaking. Oh, I can't wait to see how they're gonna be incorporating him and stuff. So this game is going to be fire, in my opinion. And also, what they also introduced in this game as well is that they're also doing a special edition case for a PlayStation 5 bundle with the PS5 in a special edition PS5 controller of Spider-Man 2. The Spider-Man 2, like, you know, like the problem I have with special edition bundles, especially as of late, like especially like, you know, how PS4 did them, they weren't really that good, and they seem like they kind of half-assed it. But I think with Final Fantasy, with what they're doing with these shell cases and stuff that they're doing, that allows you to buy the case itself instead of just buying the whole system as these collector's editions, I think it's a way better thing. Kind of like what they did a long time ago with the Xbox 360 face plates that they used to do back in the day, but just as a whole system. But I'm not feeling the case as much as I am feeling. I wish I should have given you a link to the actually, I'll send you a link once I share it to y'all. But
put it in chat. I don't have Discord up.
The controller looks cool. The controller looks really, really cool to it. So I just want to get your thoughts. Like, what are your plans? Are you planning on getting Spider-Man 2? Or does this video make you just kind of convince you on wanting to get this game anytime sooner? What are y'all's thoughts?
Yeah, dude, the moment that they announced this game, I was already sold. I don't know about you guys, but if you played the first one, like, it was clean. The web slinging is fun. Great story. I love the fact that it is a one-player game because they are focused more on the story, so we don't have to worry about any co-op or potential live service issues. Focus on a great story. I love the fact that we're going to be getting a plethora of villains and other heroes as well. The throwback to we see Mr. Negative in this. It looks like people got new cuts, and I'm excited to see what the plan is and what they're gonna do with Mr. Negative. I had the pleasure of speaking with Stephen O. Young, great dude. He plays the voice of Mr. Negative, so great character there. This is hidden. Like, I don't need to see any more. They can have my money. I'm already sold. I'm getting this. This is a day one for me. So it just looks, and this is like, these things like this are only getting me more hyped. Not to mention, we know that there is a Craven movie coming out as well. I believe, correct? I don't know when. Maybe Craven next movie.
Year. I'm not really sure when it's coming out, but I'm kind of not really hyped for that at all, to be honest with you.
Why? Is it because it's from Sony?
Well, yeah, Sony really hasn't really made a, you know, I mean, like, I guess their best thing that they've done with Spider-Man was Spider-Man 2, like back in the day with the Dr. Octopus story. But like, they haven't really given Spider-Man good, why, like, for instance, who decided to make a Morbius movie? You know, like
I don't know where that did. I gotta rewatch that movie.
That came out of
well.
freaking out of no. It's like, why are you focusing on these other people's I mean well, these are all anti-heroes. They made 3 anti-hero movies. They made a
Right.
Venom. They made now they're making a Craven, and they're making a Morbius. Morbius was a terrible movie. And and I just don't even understand where is this like coming from for the most part, you know?
Justin, I got you. Justin Case over on TikTok says they're currently working on the Miles DLC. Definitely will get Spider-Man 2. Yeah, dude, and like I still need to work my way through the Miles, because I was working on the DLC for the original Spider-Man. I just haven't gone back to it. Never started the Miles, but I have that Miles like little game. And then
game. Dude, that game
I mean,
it's a
full game. It's a full game. But yeah, I still got some work to do, but at least I have a timeline now as to when this is coming out. So I know I gotta get on top of it. But I mean, the game was fantastic, and I made it through the main storyline for Spider-Man. So I'm excited to see, again, do the Miles Morales stuff, and then hop right into Spider-Man 2. But like I said, this is day one for me. Has to be.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely. Oh, I'll put a picture of the PS5 in the controller inside there. What do you think about? What are your thoughts, Lex?
Well, I didn't finish the first Spider-Man. I haven't played the DLC. What do I always say? I hate taking
responsibility. I'm just kidding.
Pictures. I hate taking pictures in games. Dick. Responsibility for your actions? Absolutely not. A part of me is like, I need to get this. I need to get a PlayStation. I need to get Spider-Man 2. I need to get the controller. Even though my little heart is like, girl, you can't play controller. We know what happens. For my own well-being, I passed on a PlayStation 5. Smitty was like, I got an extra one. You want it? Say now or forever hold your peace. And I was like, nah, give it to someone else. I'm sure
they're not that hard to get nowadays.
I know they're not that hard to get now. And a part of me is like, I absolutely should. And then when you were like, I might try that, the disability controller and just give it to Lex. And we were joking because I don't have a PlayStation 5, but now I might need to get one. I would love to play Spider-Man 2. It looks fantastic. And also for Craven the Hunter, I like who's playing Craven. I'm a big fan of him.
It's the dude who played Kick-Ass.
Yeah. Oh, he's so good. He's a good looking guy. Kind of reminds me of Adam. I think that's why I think he's cute. But it looks fantastic. There's no doubt about it. And I babysit Smitty's littles enough that I could maybe just play over at his house. We could have a sleepover, Smithy, and we could play.
That is true.
Like,
that is
ow,
true.
my hand hurts. Your turn. But it looks fantastic, and I don't doubt that it's going to be a fantastic game. I really did want to play the DLC for Miles Morales, regardless if I finished the first one or not. Now, let's be real. I have a visual problems. I have hand problems. I swing into walls a lot, and by walls I mean giant buildings that otherwise you shouldn't have missed. But
to be fair, they are coming out of nowhere.
They walk a lot. Well, it's so bright at certain points, and then when you get lower and a shadow gets cast on you from a separate building, you're like, oh, I see it. Oh crap, too late. Bam, for me. Because I mean, I can't go outside if it's, direct sunlight without wearing a hat and sunglasses, because I'm essentially like crying, and it's a bad look. So in games, it's hard for me to adjust the gamma for the dark areas so I can see, and then have it be good enough for when it's daylight and I can swing around. So I was having a lot of those issues. I'm sure they have fixed that now for a lot of people, because I know in the disability community that was kind of a thing for us who have visual problems. Because I can see okay. I don't have peripheral, but with the game that doesn't really matter. the problem is going from bright to darkness and darkness to bright. I
Right.
can't seem to, because then I have to stop, I have to go back, I have to adjust the gamma and then press play, and then all of a sudden I'm not in this dark, room without windows. I'm back outside and it's daylight. So I ran into a lot of that, but even then,
Maybe it's
I just want to play
maybe
it.
with how accessibility is now, how accessibility is important to
think it's
Sony
a
now.
better.
It might be a better experience than what you had initially.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
so too. I mean, the disability controller looks a little silly to me. Davis kind of called it the birth control controller, and I don't disagree with that. It kind of does look like birth control. Um, I'm confused as to how it works, but I am happy because, and we'd kind of talked about the pricing of that. A lot of times, people with disabilities to get stuff that works for us for games, whether it's Spider-Man 2 or whatever you're playing, they hike up the prices. So it's like, sucks to be you. You can't use your hands, nerd. So pay $150 for this controller when normal controllers are only this much. So the pricing of that isn't bad. So I'm really thinking about this hard right now, and you're gonna have to come back to me because I really want to
okay.
play this. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks fantastic, regardless if I do or not.
I just real quick want to shout out Chloe over on TikTok. Good to see you, my friend. Just in case, says Chloe said that special edition PS5 looks amazing. I know, I want it, dude. Those skins look great.
Me
The controller
too.
looks fantastic. It's like, ooh, I don't need it, but I want it. Just in case, says Morbius was horrible, but one, Jared had too much say, and two, Marvel wanted to try to control Sony. Which I think, yeah, that there's something there. It just did not hit.
Marvel doesn't have a pool on, like, for because they don't have the rights to Spider-Man at all. Like, the only thing they have is they have the partnership of Spider-Man to be inside the Marvel universe. But if Sony wants to make it their own movie, like, whatever, that's probably why Sony doesn't really market Spider-Man, but all the other characters within the Spider-Man universe.
Right.
But they can do whatever the hell they want to do with the Spider-Man universe, and then just call it canon if they wanted to. But Sony and Marvel can't do anything about that because it's not theirs. It's their. They got the movie. Sony has full movie rights to it. So it's just like, I mean, I totally will believe what's his name, Jared Leto having that kind of control, but
Leto?
like, is it Leto? I don't know, but okay, but the yeah, but like, overall, I just think that it's just, they haven't, like ever since Amazing Spider-Man, when Andrew Garfield was it, they just haven't hit. It just has not hit right for Sony for Spider-Man. The thing that has been hitting was their games that they were leasing out. I mean, because they've been making, even prior to this studio making the new Spider-Man, prior games were good too. So but other than that, okay. Like,
wait,
I don't.
You said Sony
like Tom
finally sold
Holland,
their
though.
stocks to Marvel? Sony sold their stocks to Marvel?
No, Sony still has the rights to all the. In a partnership, Marvel and Sony are still in partnership with each other for Spider-Man to being inside the MCU.
Inside the thing.
But no, Sony still has full rights to the Marvel to the Spider-Man universe, specifically the Spider-Man universe. Just like how, well, until just
Fox
like
had X-Men.
Well, like how Hulk was owned by Universal Studios until recently.
Right.
Yeah, so like, because they haven't made a Hulk movie in over a decade, the rights defaulted to Marvel. But since Sony's making Spider-Man movies like Venom and all this other stuff, still, it's not being defaulted back to Marvel. They're still they still own the rights to all of that.
Yeah.
I think what Just In Case is referencing is in 1997, Sony had the chance to buy all of the rights to every Marvel character for $25 million, and they turned it down.
Yeah,
which
they turned that down.
Stupid move.
Actually, you know what?
Dang.
I'm glad they did, because
I'm glad they did too.
Yeah. I'm glad they did. Sony does not make any good, like, they haven't made any good Marvel movies, but like the last Marvel movie they made that was actually good, in my personal opinion, it's not a fact, is Spider-Man 2. Like, and I love the I
Get out of
like the
here.
what's it called?
Tom
Yeah.
Holland as Spider-Man is
Well,
fantastic.
no, I'm not saying no. I love Tom Holland. I'm saying Sony's specific movies. Sony's Spider-Man movies specifically with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Those were Sony movies.
Well, wasn't Tom Holland's technically also a Sony movie?
That wasn't a Sony
It
movie.
wasn't.
That was a part. No, that was made by Marvel.
I know
by
it was
Disney.
a partnership, but I thought
Yeah.
Sony was the one that. Okay.
Disney flipped the cost and did all the action and the directing and stuff on that side for Tom Holland's. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. So like yeah. So I mean I think Tom Holland's is the best one out of the three. But like when you come to Sony, I mean, but it doesn't say much is what I'm saying because it's not that the other ones are not that good comparatively.